In today's video, we are going to be solving the practice questions of the Python book. So these are the projects for practice. So today we are going to be solving them, and I'll create a new folder to start with, named Chapter 1. You should solve these questions yourself. These are just as a reference. Like if you get stuck, then you can come here, so that you can, sometimes if you get stuck, then you can come here and know what the answers are. So what yeah so what does the first thing say? So we have to do this. So this is pretty easy. You just have to take uh, mm, name is equal to uh, input by default an input is a string input unless you change it to int input. So enter your name, uh, yep, and print have a good day and comma name. I'm just using this without the strings because this time it's easier. It's a little shorter. So what is this? Uh, I do not know. Yes. So let's run this. Enter your name. My name is Viraj. Have a good day, Viraj. Let's rerun this. So let's try another name like Ayushman. Have a good day, Ayushman. Yes, that works. So now I will create a new file named 2.py. So what do we have to do? And print the end. So um, let's have a equal to input, enter your string, uh, print, and I will be using a string for this, the length of your entered string is, and length of a. Yep, that's easy, and let's run this. So I type like hello. Yep. So 5. So we can, it will also count spaces, I think. Yeah, it will also count spaces, like, see, it is 11. So we can also use numbers. Hello to world. See, it also counted like this. And special characters are also counted. Like I can do uh, two exclamation marks. See. So now we will move on to chapter 2. And let me actually drag this out of the chapter 1 folder. And so what does the chapter 2 thing tell us? So we have to put this long thing. So we will do, so let's have day. We will have an input named day, which is an integer input. Enter a number 1 to 7. Yep. If day is equal to 1, print Monday. And if day is equal to 2, print Tuesday. So this is basically like what we have to do. Take the number and print the corresponding day to it of the week. So we can have day is equal to 3, print Wednesday. Also another thing, guys, I hope you remember this. A single is equal to is a single is equal to is used for uh, assignment, while a double is equal to is used for the equality. Yes, equality checks or equality. Yeah. So now let's have 5, enter, print Friday. Wow, that was a mistake. Print Friday. Elif day is equal to 6, print uh, Saturday. Now else print Sunday. So let's run this. Let's type 4 Thursday. Let's type 7 Sunday. Let's type 1 Monday. See now, but if we type anything bigger, bigger. So like I type 255. It will still show Sunday. So for that we will do elif day is equal to 7, print Sunday, else print number must be from 1 to 7. So now let's run this. This will show the correct thing. Now let's type 255. Yep. So now it works, and the other numbers will work. Uh, I'm just going to use 4 for reference. 4. Yeah, Thursday. So now let's move on to chapter 3. So let me create a new folder. Chapter 3. Now I will also move this down. So in this, I will actually rename this. So to rename user to F2, and I will write here chapter 3. Yep, and now I will create a new file named 1.py. And what does this tell us? We have to do this. So we can only use the for loop for this, for I in range. You do not have to type anything like I is equal to this or I is equal to that. You can even use an underscore or anything. So for I in range, and here we are going to type 1 comma 0 comma, actually it's set from 1 to 50. So 1 comma 51 comma 5. We enter 51 because that will print till 51 minus 50. 51 minus 1, and 5 will just take each every fifth number. So now let's run this. Yep. But if we want the multiples of 5, then we have to start this thing from 0 if we want the multiples of 5. Yep. So that's it for chapter 3. Now let's move on to chapter 4, and I will also drag this outside. And here I'm going to create a file named 1.py. So what is it telling us? This oh, it's this one, the video games. So now let's just do it. So I'm going to use the while loop for this. So I is equal to 0 while I is less than 5. No, you have to take, because while loop will do it shorter, because if we use only this uh, only that, so only like we will repeat this, then that will take us a lot of time, and I'm also going to make an empty list called games. So now while I is less than 5, game is equal to input enter game games dot append game. You can also use another values, like for games you can use G, and for game you can use H, but I'm using this only. So print the games list consists of these games. Yep. And if we wanted to repeat only for 5 times and not more, then we have to use I plus is equal to 1, else it will repeat forever. So now let's run this. You can also just take, you can also remove the while I is less than 5 and I plus is equal to 1 and I is equal to 0, and just repeat they repeat this code like 5 times, but I'm doing this for ease so that it's shorter. So I will enter like red dead redemption 2. Oh wait, we never added that to print game. So now actually let me rerun this. Just I'm going to type, yeah. Now let's run this again. I just forgot to type games. It is an accident. So let's type IDR2 short Dead Redemption 2. Now let's type geometry dash. Yep. And let's type Minecraft. Let's type GTA 5. And let's type Fortnite. Yep. And after 5 times it just stopped as we wanted. So now we will move on to chapter 5. Oh, sorry. Yep. So chapter 5. We'll also drag this one out. Now what does the chapter 5 tells to do? Okay, it's this one with the colors. So creating a new file, 1.py. Yeah, sorry, the wrong name again. So let me just change it. We enter the same things. Ah, it's okay. So now, what did we want? So that one. So I will type def, and let's create a function named avg. So a is equal to integer input, enter a number, um, b. So I will just copy this part. I'll just copy this part, Control C, and then I'll go here, Control V, Control V, and I'll just type B and another number. And so now you can print. No, let's have AVG. Let's, instead of AVG, we will have AVEG. Otherwise, whenever we do AVG, it will show us an error because the function name in the variable name I same. So AVEG is equal to A plus B E divided by 2, because that's the formula for average. Print. So what did it ask us? In different colors. So we can use different colors like slash 0 backslash, yeah, 033 and the 31M. And I'll also do the same here, 033 uh, 34M for blue. The first is red. This is the B is of blue color. And now let's have this 033 and 31M for green. 31M for green. So the average of, and I will just do this to make it look like more colorful, so that it looks like more colorful. And let's add an f string, because it's that's what the question told us. A and B is, and let me actually uh, take this Control X, is AVEG. Alright, that's done. Now let's run this. Now there's going to be an error, not an error. Yep, no code, no run, no output because we did not call the function. So it wanted us to do it 5 times. So avg, 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 avg. Yep, now let's run this. So guys, you will see enter a number, it's coming in red. So let's have 15, 30. The average of these numbers are 22.5. Yep, that's correct. And you can do this for another number. And I'm going to type 642 and I'm going to type 65. And this seems to be correct. And you can do this and it will just do it. Yep. But see, it left our terminal color to be this. So to reset it, we'll just do we'll just paste it again. We'll just do slash 03 0m. 0m for is for resetting the style so that our terminal color does not change. So this time the terminal color will not change. Yep. Sorry. Yeah, so this time the terminal color did not change. I accidentally typed the wrong thing, but the terminal color changed back to normal. So now let's move on to chapter 6. You just have to do. You just remember you always have to change end this with and this. I don't know how 32 came here, but you always have to end this with 0m so that the terminal knows that you do not want it you do not want to change the color. Alright guys, so now let's move on to chapter 6. Chapter 6 will create a new file 1.py. But this is the first what he tell us to do. Yep, so this is not hard, we can just do this. We can do two ways: import random. Yep, this will work. Or for a shorter method we can do from random import choice. Now we will just do we'll have a list comp is equal to a list of rock. Actually we'll have an opt list rock paper scissors. And now comp is equal to choice and opt. Now this will just tell it to choose a random something random from this. It is going to tell us to choose. It is telling the computer to choose something on its whatever it wants, a random number from these three options. So now we will have uh, user is equal to input rock paper scissors uh, shoot shoot what strike. Yes. Yeah, so now if user is equal to uh, comp. No, if user is equal to comp, print tie. So if both of them have the same choice, then print tie. And if user so I'm going to use the and. So now sometimes in rare cases if you use the logical operators, then the thing becomes messy, a lot messy. It becomes untidy, but it's short still. It's still short. If user is equal to very. Actually, let's do something else. We'll dot lower, and now we can type here p. So now it will just load this, and I will meet with you guys when this I'm done writing this. So the program is complete, as you can see. Now it's just a little lengthy, but it's smaller. But I guarantee it's smaller than using nested ifs. So now let's run this. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'll type paper. Uh, wait guys. I don't know what happened, but now if I enter this, so now it's showing me the correct thing. Let's have paper. Wait guys.